Hi, today I want to take a look at an advanced purchase order feature, the generation of purchase orders automatically based on your inventory levels. We're going to start in the purchasing series, and under transactions we'll click on Purchase Order Generator. Now you're going to use this feature if you have inventory, and it's going to look at your inventory level lines, your reorder levels, to decide if you need to purchase more stock for your inventory or not. And you can enter criteria in as to which inventory items, sites, buyers, and so forth you want to include. I'm just going to default it to all for this example. And do we want to include demand from subordinate sites? This is used if you're using the master site feature in inventory. And what about orders with no vendor ID? So if there's an item out there without a vendor ID associated with it, do we want to include those? And in this case I do. Which buyer do we want to include? An item site buyer combination or a specific one, and these are buyers we set up in purchase order. I'll select Terry Adams, a purchase order date, and then a set promise date, and I'm going to choose, instead of purchase order date, the purchase order date plus the vendor planning time lead. And then I'll click on suggest purchase orders, and you can see it suggested 2 items for me to have purchase orders. One is fine, it's got the vendor and everything set up. But one, I have an error warning, and I have to solve the warning before I can create the purchase order. In this case, I can see I'm missing a vendor ID. So I'm not going to include that purchase order right now. And we'll just include the top one. And I'll click on Generate Purchase Orders, and it'll go through and create a purchase order for each of the items that I've created. And in this case, it's generated 1 purchase order. Here's my report, and I can see it listed. It's purchase order 2075. So let's take a look at that purchase order now. Should be our last one. And there it is, 2075 for Terry Adams. And here's our item, 20 units, just like it ordered. That was easy, huh? Hope this helps.